This is a bot bash. Today I'm going to watch 20 bots duke it out in one of the smallest maps available on the internet. And as you can see, it's going to be quite chaotic. The rules of a bot bash are simple. Throw in as many bots as you can in as small a place as you can, or maybe a large one, and only one bot survives. It can get quite chaotic. As you can see, red isn't even mining right now, so I guess they're doomed. I think it's because yellow stole that. If they come down to this gold mine and get it, but I think they're just going to be doomed. Unless they sort of get clued in. Oh, they're going to go pick a fight now. That should go well for red because of militia. So on the other side of the map we've got fighting going straight away. Undead teams don't fare very well on this map because they get distracted fighting things instead of building. But hopefully one of them lasts a while. I always get sad when I see an undead team die on this map. As you can see, none of the undead teams currently harvesting. There's violence going on everywhere. Human teams do exceptionally well on this map. This is going to be very exciting. Orange and blue next to each other. Humans in close proximity is a militia fight. Pretty much out the gate. You'll see that pretty soon. There we go. Militia fight time. So straight into it with the militia, just as I was saying it. Orcs fare pretty well in this map just because once they get a couple of burrows up, they have a permanent tower sort of defending them. As you can see, orange and blue currently haven't even finished. There we go, militia fight. It looks like orange is going to come out pretty poorly out of this one. So let's just do a quick sweep of the map and see how other sides are going. This Night Elf team isn't mining right now, so they're doomed. Undead not mining. Orc is going well. Again, Night Elf not mining. That's weird. I thought the Night Elves knew how to mine. Hopefully we find one that is. Yeah, there we go. There's a Night Elf team mining. So obviously with such a small map, it's very hard for the AI to quite handle it properly, and you've got orcs distance mining from over there. Presumably, I don't know, I guess they're just trying to get as much gold as possible. I can appreciate that. Purple is... There we go. So you got a couple of burrows up. This team is dead. Green's not going to go far. No number of ghouls is ever going to break this, and purple's got a gold mine, so they're safe. Oh, then again, just down here, I think that's brown. Brown has a burrow that is going to perpetually annoy them. Heroes are coming out now, so that's going to completely change the game. Hopefully, like I said, I hope green does well. Green is one of the teams I'm really hoping succeeds. How's orange and blue going? Still a militia fight. Neither of them completed a shrine as far as I can see. Doesn't look like, which is very bad. Oh, that's where orange started. Wow, that's really far away from all their buildings. It's really bad for orange and blue because heroes obviously make such a big impact. And being in such a close proximity, a lot of fighting happens. As you can see, we've already got a decent amount of experience on this warden. No experience on that priestess of the moon. Tauren chieftain out. Shadow hunter. I think orc is my second most likely to win team in a general sense on this map. Human, I'd definitely say have the upper hand with militias, towers, and just their heroes. A few storm bolts, you know. A paladin versus all the undead opponents. There's lots of opportunities for humans to thrive. We're seeing heroes die already, which is an expensive setback. Obviously these AI are all insane, so they're going to make all the best decisions. I notice I'm seeing a lot of shadow hunters on the map. One Farseer. I think I've seen 3 shadow hunters. Yeah, there's another one. So right now, no team eliminations, but I'm sure that will start happening reasonably soon. It does take a bit for teams to start actually dying out. See, that Farseer is almost level 2. But once they do start dying out, hopefully we get a hero from blue soon. It's weird he hasn't started building one, since the first hero is free. Yeah, it's definitely human advantage, followed by orc. As you can see, these orcs are kind of brutalizing each other with these burrows. They're very powerful. Definitely brings a lot of threat. And like I said, if you get pillage on orcs, you can just mine indefinitely, basically, off your enemy's buildings, getting some pretty lengthy wars. You just have to overcome, you know, the advantages that humans get with towers and militia and that early on. Night Elf struggles because moon wells are quite clunky as buildings, and in general, they're oh, this one has a Ancient of Wonders. That could lend them a real hand if they utilize it properly. There's a lot of red going off everywhere right now. I'm really excited about this just because it doesn't seem like it's going to end. I think orange is ultimately doomed. Oh, orange has stolen this gold mine. So blue has to go attack them to break it. Alright, so this is another pretty interesting fight. You see they're actually losing burrows here. There's 3 teams around. There's this pink color, grey, and this light blue orc down here was picking a fight as well. I think it's because the pink undead next to him was faring very poorly in comparison. Actually, is that another light blue up there? Yeah, light blue elf. I guess this is more of an aqua or a teal, and then this would be the other aqua teal. Down here, this Tauren Chieftain's still going strong, but it doesn't look like he's long for this world. That burrow's going to take him out. I don't think that rewards experience, so this Farseer is hanging on level 1. Like I said, normally humans thrive on this map, but it appears that the human teams, there's so few of them, and they started so close that they haven't had that chance to strive. And as a result, yeah, we're not seeing a really strong appearance from humans, and as I said, red just didn't do anything, so... on the bright side, we're seeing some heroes start to reach level 2, so I mentioned that Farseer is sporting a Feral Spirit and a Chain Lightning, I think. I've seen him use at least once. Very strong, because so many units clustered together, just one hit there, that's 2 peasants killed, and he'd immediately get a nice chunk of experience. Unfortunately, he used it on a hero, and he got trapped. So he's going to go down. Nope. Oh, that militia kindly let him free. It was very merciful of the humans, showing kindness to orcs once again. Down here we see violence everywhere. This Farseer is doomed. There we go. Down here there's a level 3 Warden. That can actually do some good work, assuming she doesn't get too close to these these ancients that'll beat her up. Fan of Knives, Wells can actually provide, you know, that sustain she needs to really cast her spells and make a big difference. Still up here, so much explosive power. I think this Blood Mage is about to go down. There he goes. Level 3 Farseer now. He's probably going for level 2 Chain Lightning. I would, just because of the tightness of the map. And level 2 Feral Spirit's nice, but you really want that damage when there's so many enemies so close. My apologies, something loud just went past, but that's not going to stop me from commentating. I like these, what are they, Watchers? Sentinels in the trees, keeping some vision on the map. It doesn't make much difference, but every little bit counts, I guess. As a human player, I definitely did that a couple of times. We've seen Orange finally got his hero out, and of course he's got the Water Elemental. It's not very strong at the first level, but just having the presence of many units can often stall out for you. And there we see level 1 Spirit Wolf, so yeah, he probably took level 2 Chain Lightning. And he's probably got level 2 Spirit Wolves now, hopefully. If he took Farsight, I'd be very disappointed. He's an AI, he doesn't need it. So this other Orc seems to be taking a very dominant position. He's got a lot of room. And is pushing out. This undead never went anywhere. But he's got a lot of room to push out. No one's really contesting him. I didn't have the full 24 players on this map because I had to take up a slot as an observer, diminishing how many players we could have overall, but 20 is still quite a lot for this map. Again, this yellow orc seems to also be taking a very dominant position. He's just slowly beating down this. If he's got pillage, I don't know, it's impossible to check. But if he's got pillage... Oh, he has no gold. What? Oh, he does. Sorry, I had the Night Elf selected. So he's got quite a wealthy bank right now to keep him going, and a decent amount of supply taken up. And it doesn't look like he's got pillage. He's not gaining any resources when he hits those buildings. But once he clears this out, he'll have this whole top corner secured. It looks like he's actually already... Yeah, there's a few players already getting defeated. So I suspect this guy is currently in the lead. Definitely where the person I'd put as the one set to win it at this point. If not green, I also want to bet on this green Night Elf because of the strong heroes showing at this time. And they just seem to be dominant in this region despite being adjacent to another Night Elf. Again, their resources are very strong. Insane AI always have incredibly good resource generation, but they're also very aggressive and play very violently, which is why I selected them. So long as they can sort of clear out their nearest opposition, not lose this Glaive Thrower, because this Glaive Thrower could clear out so many buildings, like that. So that'd give them a real one-up. It looks like Orange Human actually died out, and it looks like the Blue Human's gone as well. They don't have any gold to produce peasants. That means that's... Is that all the human players? I think that was it. 2 human players out of 20 AI. That's sad. Normally you see them become quite dominant. They, you know, Mountain King, Footmen, Rifles, they just steamroll around the map. If they get to tier 3, God help you because of Griffins. Nothing really, you know, stands up to Griffins short of an equal, you know, equally dangerous anti-air unit. So, and the AI isn't so strong at dealing with that. So, yeah, this, like I said, the Yellow Orc is now pushing in. He's going to go assert some dominance down further south. I think he's going to keep this raiding that he's doing up, bullying out each of the other teams. I think... So this Purple Orc is also dead. I don't think this Brown Orc is long for the world. His Peons are stacking up as if they were going to a gold mine. That was quite strange. Fortunately, they broke free of that. The real threat here is, I think, Green. Where's all of Green's heroes? I think Green is in a world of hurt. Yeah, their heroes have died. Looks like just the Priestess queued up to come back, but that's no good. They really need the Warden to ward off this Shadow Hunter. They have the resources to do it, and they're still mining. Not producing any units right now, which is a scary thought. I guess they're trying to tech up, but they really want to be producing a lot of units. Just aggressively getting some archers and the like out there. Oh, they did just get a Mountain Giant. It won't be long for this world, but every little bit counts. But if this green Night Elf goes down, then yeah, I've definitely got my finger on this Yellow Orc. Although, to be fair, the light pink, tan, pale, whatever color you'd call this Orc, also seems to be doing well. The game, I think, is actually juddering with the amount of violence going on right now. I don't think I've ever seen Warcraft 3 act like that before. That's quite strange. I hope there's nothing wrong with it. Slots going down. This Orc appears to also be asserting their dominance. They're just going to drive out the other AI, and it looks like we're going to have an Orc fight, three-way Orc fight. It's a little sad that none of the other teams really took off, but sometimes that happens. I think it actually was worse with having less AI because they didn't go to their intended designated gold mines like that to that, you know, and so on. But to each their own. Maybe next time I'll throw more AI and we'll see what happens. So down here, the Yellow Orc still appears to be dominant. They've destroyed the green altar, so now green is completely out of the game as far as I'm concerned. Once this tree goes down, that's their ability to produce wisps gone. They're not going to recover from that. And likewise, blue's hero just went down, Priestess. So it's looking really bad. This Glaive Thrower really needs to target down some of these more vulnerable units, like the, I guess the Headhunters, or the low health Grunts. I think it just got destroyed. That's sad. Oh, never mind. I thought the Teal Orc was going to do well, but it looks like this light pink, pale, tan. I'm going to go with tan. This tan Orc is asserting some dominance, throwing it down the beatdown. There goes that level 3 chain lightning, it must be. If that Blade Master could get a few levels, that'd be absolutely terrifying. But unfortunately, they started with Mirror Image instead of Windwalk, so they're kind of useless. There we go, level 2. Maybe they'll get crit now. Crit attack, crit strike. I can't remember all the names. They really need to deal with some of these Serpent Wards. I think the AI doesn't know how to handle Serpent Wards very well, and they just sort of let them beat up on them, which is why the Orcs are doing so well. As you noticed, this Orc particularly is doing well with... Oh, okay, green survived. They're doing particularly well because they have that Serpent Ward spam and the mana to do it with. Come on, Farseer, you need to run away. No, he's dead. Oh well, level 4 Shadowhunter. I see Brown isn't actually completely eliminated. They are still pulling up a small amount of resources. They're really struggling for room to build though. Their barracks is currently getting just a couple of Headhunters, or just a Headhunter. The level 3 Tauren Chieftain's nice, especially if that's a level 2 Shockwave. You can clear out buildings at the same time as picking off workers, giving them a real leg up in this kind of competition. This whole top right side has not been taken or dealt with at all when it really should be. Clearing that out would allow this tan Orc a lot more room to grow. I'm really terrified of this yellow Orc. They've got quite an army now. They're at 69 supply. Building a Tauren Totem. Yeah, getting more supply. They've already got a Tauren, so that's going to be quite terrifying. Whoever they attack next isn't going to survive very well, I don't think. 2 Demolishers, Wind Rider. I don't think anyone on the map can really deal with that. And here they go, they're moving out. I like to think that they're coming here to attack the tan Orc, and the tan Orc is going to have to hurry back real quick. They may be the only one who can fight them off, but not with what they currently have. And they've started attacking. Big Bad Voodoo straight out of the gate. Completely useless, not even under attack. I don't know if they're going to let that run the full duration or if they're going to cancel it out when they... Oh, nope, they're going to let it run. And the AI is going to engage. Fruitlessly. Yeah, could have just moved away from that one. See, now they're all getting out of range. It's a useless ability, but to each their own. Pink needs to get his hero back, for a start. His second hero. Instead of trying to chase down this Warden. Those Demolishers, just leave them there or bring them back. Really needs the help right now. They are getting absolutely destroyed by Yellow's own Demolishers. And it looks like this will be the end of Pink if Pink does not rally and bring a strong defense right now. Which isn't going to happen without this Farseer, and he's not going to come out in time to really see that chain healing is just... healing wave, sorry, is going to be way better than Chain Lightning. Just because while Chain Lightning does have the power, it's eliminating a unit with just one hero is really hard to do. So at this point, the healing is going to, dilute the spread of the damage. So overall, it looks like Pink's going to fall, and yeah, Yellow Orc looks like the winner here at this rate. They still have a bunch of peons. Oh, there we go. They're distance harvesting the lumber. Thank goodness. It would have been a very sad showing for them to have just given in. I will be also seeing who came second, third, fourth, just for fun. And the Farseer is up. Hopefully, let's see if this... Oh, he's got those level 2 direwolves. They are making quite an impact just by, right-clicking. I think Yellow got distracted chasing down Green again. Poor Green. Well, Green's gonna die now to Brown or Blue or both, unless they get distracted by each other. Green really just doesn't have anything to bring to the table right now, and Brown is really bullying them all over the place. Likewise, Pink is on the way out, just a couple more hits, and that'll be the death spell for Pink. And there it goes. This Demolisher, these two Demolishers rather, will just clear out this base, slowly and painfully, but they will. Pink can't do anything about that. No defense. Oh, they're retreating to regroup, rally, all that. It's funny, this Aqua Orc is the only other one that's performing moderately well. They don't have any lumber right now, so I think they have plenty of lumber right now, but they need to move all these peons to go harvest it up here and around there. Because right now they're just standing there, consuming supply uselessly. Harvest from this mine, do anything, please. Someone oppose Yellow. It would be nice. But for the time being, it looks like Yellow continues to assert this dominant position. They've had it from the start. Their heroes are getting quite leveled up. That's a level 8 Headhunter and a level 4 Tauren Chieftain. No third hero yet. And basically no one in the game can really compete. If that Headhunter just gets into position and drops down Big Bad Voodoo, every fight is lost forever. And this is the death of Pink here, these last 3 buildings. Unless they really want to get the lumber mill. And yeah, Yellow's just going to continue sweeping on through and killing off these people who kind of deserved to die a long time ago, but didn't. Rest in peace, human players. Down here, the fight continues to rage. Brown is level 4 with that Tauren Chieftain, level 3 Priestess of the Moon, and a level 4 Shadow Hunter. Now Aqua has joined the fray and is driving back the blue Priestess. Green is still struggling to get back into it. I really don't see them recovering. The Warden is up, but they have no way to escape short of the scroll, and they're not going to scroll. That would be the only thing they'd know to get away, but that's going to be a straight death, and that's just feeding experience to Aqua, which, who knows, maybe that's the plan. Make Aqua big so Aqua wins the game. That's just scary. Right now it looks like, yeah, Aqua Orc is going to continue fighting their way through this. I don't think they're going to make significant headway. Yeah, retreating at this point and rebuilding your army is the wise choice. You really need to get something up that can slow down this. There goes another Big Bad Voodoo. Over here, they see there's damage being taken? No? Okay. Apparently. We've still got a haunted gold mine there. Serpent Ward's still just attacking things. Dealing damage everywhere. Now a Tauren Chieftain for the Aqua Orc. The Brown Orc Tauren Chieftain has surrounded it. Oh, never mind. One good Shockwave could get 1, maybe 2 Orcs. No, he's going to go down.
And that's a level 2 for that Tauren Chieftain. He's got Endurance Aura and Shockwave level 1, making a nice mess of this base. I think the Tauren Chieftain's actually a really interesting first or second pick for this tight space map. Oh, and there we go, I missed it. Yellow has come in and is demolishing teal, Aqua. Aqua has no resistance. That's a level 5 Tauren Chieftain. He's got Serpent Wards and the AI are ignoring them, but what good is it when you are this overwhelmed? So I suspect after this, Yellow's just going to keep Steamon rolling through. Huh. Well, he tried. Yeah. This was just a fun little experiment, see what the AI did and how they interacted. I think I might do a couple more of these just for fun. I kind of like watching the AI bash each other, and so chaotic, going around trying to keep up with everything and watch who's going to win. Early game, you know, it was kind of definitely favored Yellow. We'll see what we can do in the future to balance it out a little bit. Maybe Yellow just didn't have any real opposition at the start. They've trapped a couple of units in their own base. Maybe they didn't have any strong opposition, allowing them to just sort of seize control here with this nice wall in. Look at that, that is a very juicy wall in. If an enemy tried to come across the front of that, you'd just peons and everything, and you'd never get through. Oh, what a nightmare. And with the spiked barricades and the upgraded burrows. So down here, we're just watching the cleanup now. It's over. I like that Aqua still has a unit in the building. If they didn't have that building, I don't know what happens to heroes, but I know units just stop moving. So, there goes the hero, and there goes the unit. So now it's just a couple of Ancients left, really, that are the only opposition. And Brown, who's about to get his Tauren Chieftain back for, what, the third time? Alright, Brown, show us what you've got. One Shockwave. Good job. And that'll be the death of Brown. Straight into the middle of it. No ensnare? You're already ensnared a peon, you silly raider. And there he goes. Level 7 Tauren Chieftain, level 9 Shadow Shaman, Shadow Hunter, sorry. Damn it. I almost went the entire time without saying it, I believe. And now it's just the cleanup. The great thing about this... Oh, Green has a hero again. You know what, if Green could get to level 6, and they won't, which is sad, but if Green could have gotten to level 6 and dropped the Avatar of Vengeance, this would have been up in the air, I reckon. It would have been a complete... and there's the level 10. Yeah, I think it would have been a completely different game, because there were so many corpses on the ground the entire time. Constantly summoning them would have really proven a problem for Yellow. The healing wave can only get you so far when you're fighting invulnerable things. I know you can focus down the Avatar of Vengeance, but there is a big risk involved with that. There's the 3-3 upgrades for all units, I presume. Yeah, Master. Probably even have Pillage by this point. Wonder if I can see any of that. Yep, Pillage is going off. You can see it, the gold jumping up in very small, strange amounts. There's another big bad voodoo. So we're just going to follow them around now. As far as this Tauren Chieftain, he seems like the sensible one. A little unfortunate that so many teams just didn't interact this game. Normally I think there's more, but maybe it's just in the chaos of the start of the game. You never really see which AI are active and which are just dead. In this case, there were definitely a lot of dead AI straight away, and that's unfortunate. I think it would be much more interesting if all AIs are engaged. Getting all those tight building placements where you're really struggling to find just a little bit of room so you can fit in a barracks or an ancient, a hall, you know, all of those things, just trying to cram it in, especially getting a shop is a real challenge, and then an AI just comes from the other side of the map who hasn't been fighting all game and drops an army like this on you, and you're just like, well, that's really unfortunate for me. There's nothing I can do about that. Looks like they're going to traverse the entire map. Nope, they're going to take out purple real quick. So I am going to judge a winner based off score, not survival time. Survival time's kind of redundant. Obviously, there's still 5 teams in the game right now, so I'd just say those ones, they did the best. But as you can see, this Undead never did anything. Blue and green fought the entire game, and Aqua here did quite well as well. So I imagine that they'll be much higher in the scores. So I'll go based off the in-game score method, and that's why I'm seeing this out to the last minute. Just so I can see which of the AIs fared well enough in that regard. Yeah, I like to imagine that the green AI was probably second. It's not guaranteed. I'd also like to see this, what was it, grey or pink? I can't remember. The orc that was here. I'd like to see that they were reasonably high. I imagine by resources gathered and so on, they performed fairly well, but at the end of the day, everyone fell before the might of the yellow horde. Bloodlusted Bat Rider. That's terrifying. I never thought I'd see the day. And he's returning to base. He's going to push out, return to base, push out. Well, you know what, I can call it here. Alright, so our winner was obviously yellow, the orc. Then followed by them was green, the night elf, who we saw. The aqua orc in the bottom right. The pink orc next to them, or tan orc, I believe I was calling them. So 4 orcs, 3 orcs in the top 4. Very good showing. Strangely enough, blue had the highest resources. I guess they must have just been mining all game. So as you can see, the unit breakdown, well, all of them follow basically the same pattern. That green night elf, you know, fared pretty well. Sorry. Let me go to the actual units. Okay, so there we go. Units produced. Night elf, green night elf produced many units. Yellow just demolished so many units, raised a lot of buildings, had the largest army by any measure. Heroes-wise, there we go. There's the strong showing of the teams that did best. Unfortunately, they couldn't pull it through. Resources, there is the gold mine. There we go. They had the most gold in the game, which is surprising because I would have assumed they only had the one gold mine and just sat on it the entire game, but maybe that was enough. A very small tech percentage for blue, so maybe that was the most damning fact. Unless this was a different... No, that was the right one. Tech percentage, 80%, or 80 techs. I'm not sure what that is. Who won the lumber harvested? Of course, a night elf. Oh, the one that did nothing but harvest lumber all game. And yeah, that looks like overall gold loss to upkeep. There we go. Ouch, that's painful. Out of that 19,000 gold, only 10,000 of it actually came through. That's pretty brutal, especially when you consider the teams below them would have effectively gathered more gold, and they didn't get to effectively use it. That's unfortunate. So yeah, overall, that was pretty cool. I'm definitely going to do this again. See more AIs in bot bashes. Don't think just in Warcraft I'll find as many games as I can. I'm really excited to try and do it for Subcom. I reckon that would provide a pretty epic experience. And so we'll see how that goes in the future. So thank you for watching, and please join me again in the future for more bot bashes.